Alright guys, BLM here, back with more LA Noire, and we're continuing on the streak of nothing can go right by, at the end of the last episode, the game crashed. So, let's try to not make it crash again. So, I have to replay the beginning of this mission, so that's something. But, got back to where we were. Why does that look like Cole Phelps' wife?
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in her face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house. In the ruins. Terry lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Mr. Stevens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent. Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
You sure things didn't get a little too tough and you burnt down the house yourself?
I should punch you on the goddamn nose. You want to prove that I burnt my own house? You son of a bitch. If you're done with your questions, I have a family to see to.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
You're lying, Steffens. You wanted to sell, you just wanted a better price.
What I wanted was my own business. And you have no way of proving that I wanted to sell. I'm done with you, lunkhead. I need to look after my family.
Yeah, it's right past midnight, so I don't know how
Mr.
much
Steffens,
longer I'm going to record for. I need to
You're
get up
hiding
early
something,
tomorrow,
and I
so
can't get to the bottom of this until you give it up.
We're done. My wife and my kids are waiting.
Yeah, we're on the final desk, so I kind of know what back fourth of the game, I guess.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective.
It's actually been
Just
exactly
checking.
a week since we started the game, right?
The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them.
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks for your help.
Can you take this? I doubt it, right? No.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right. Where to?
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know what to talk about.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Sorry, gotta go. While I'm here, my workers are probably putting their feet up and talking shit.
Oh, same building. I don't see anything.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
As I said, I'm doing at least 3 survival videos. Winter at War, cast assessment, runner-up ranking, and I'll probably do a casting video of a sort. I don't know if it'll be early boots or... I'm trying to think of what other ones were kind of priority ones. I think early boots is probably the biggest one left, so I probably will do early boots.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater explosion.
Another one.
Looks that way. Insta-heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Mal,
You gonna stick it out, Cole?
I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death.
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater.
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair. How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
To be honest, today, something I really wanted to, like, I started just ended up watching some stuff on Persona 5, and I kind of really want to replay Persona 5 at this point. Problem is that I can't do it on the channel, so if I do it, it'll be entirely for myself. Like, essentially, there will be no other benefit to it, because, like, I also wouldn't be able to record footage for it from my other channel and all that stuff. So it's like, is there a point
Nothing
at that point?
significant.
I really want to play Persona 5 though. And again, the problem with Persona 5 also is the fact that it's such a fucking long game too. If it wasn't a fucking 100-hour game, then it would be an easier game to fucking replay. Screw it. Come on, buddy. Let's use intuition.
You catch all the good.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps, can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Either way, so, there's 9
Stop!
videos.
LAPD!
At
We've
least
got an ID
3
on
of
this
them are
firebug.
going to be
Stop right
fine.
there!
Possibly 4. Just because and the reason for that is because I'm cutting Big Brother, essentially. Like, what I used to do is 2 Survivor, 2 Big Brother. I kind of decided, like, well, there's no point in doing a Big Brother video at a point where there's no point to do a Big Brother video.
A family died in that fire! We
so,
need to ask some questions!
Yeah. I mean, like, unless I transfer an agent that I really want to do,
Lousy piece
which I
of
don't
shit.
really have one right now, I think I'm just going to forgo Big Brother videos, just because it's, like, what's the point? There's so many more, like, Survivor videos I want to do anyway.
How dare you! I got you now, motherfucker!
I don't know, I might just do one Big Brother video for the sake of it, but again, not... Actually, I just realized Australian Survivor is also going to be starting. during that
What's your
point.
name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires.
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it? Can you drive to this one?
Ah, fuck.
So where
I
do
might
you
have
wanna
to actually
go?
end here. After this episode, I'm too fucking
Will this
tired.
make it into the paper?
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that? Here they are. Steffens. The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue. Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
How much business do you do with Suburban? You get some kind of kickback from these guys.
Oh, so now you're accusing me of taking kickbacks from realty developers. You have some way of proving this, detective?
Yeah, there is, motherfucker. No, we have nothing.
Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Cops accusing small business people of graft. I think we're done here.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
You're lying, Cunningham. There's some kind of racket going on here, and you're in on it.
And you have a screw loose, Buster. I'm involved in a conspiracy for a $20 family ticket to Catalina. How are you going to prove that? You should go have a drink or lie down or something. Get your mouth under control.
We're going to look into this thing further, Cunningham. I hope it's all above board. Otherwise, we'll be back, and it won't be pleasant.
You can't strong-arm me.
He can, but I can.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fuck, we have nothing.
Where
other than
exactly are we
Alright, I guess
going?
we're going back. What do you miss?
That son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed out the guy that was pretending to be dead.
Not everything here is going to be relevant. Probably nothing.
fuck it. I can use intuition again. I just want to get this game done with.
Under the train? He solved the case. Booked some barfly for the murder.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
No, it's fine. Let's go there. Yeah, so... yeah, what other videos are there for February? I'm trying to think. Because I think everything else is like stuff I don't need to do there. I don't know, there's a lot of videos in April I kind of realized that I need to do. Like there's Last of Us, there's MCU video I wanted to do.
We came as soon as we could.
Whatever.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Idiot. Fuck. Oh. I was like the first time then, wasn't I?
Come on, Phelps. You need to get the arrangement right before we can reproduce the results.
Yeah, this is definitely a necessary gameplay section.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe, There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Fuck, I'm so tired.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right. Where to?
What the fuck are you? God damn it.
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Fuck, I'm so tired. God damn it, I can barely stay awake at this point. Definitely can't record another episode.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
He's only a writer. He can't really help me.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
Mister, a man like you always loses a battle of...
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
I'm too tired.
I think you're lying, Rasick. Either these heaters are flawed at inception, or they were badly put together. Which is it?
If you want to pursue that line of questioning, we could have our day in court. I'll put my engineering credentials up against yours. We can try to get to the bottom of this error, or we can make it confrontational. So what's it going to be, detective?
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
I think you're lying, Rasick. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
What about Reginald Varley?
You know about Varley. He's on the run for a divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasick?
I need guys, detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Where's the phone? Oh.
Sam's taking
Why the fuck is the phone this far away from his desk?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps,
12.
1247.
Oh, fuck, he did the 1-2, damn it. Yeah, it's so weird how
How
he
can I
switches
help,
it.
Detective?
I need to know if any of the
I was
following
gonna say
names have a
7-4,
previous
but
criminal
so,
history.
I got that wrong anyway.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Alright, we'll end here. Next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on, but for now, thank you for watching.
What the heck?